I'm Scott Campbell with Solve 3D.
And I'm Kevin Miller at Solve3D.
Kevin, in the video on the measurements, you showed a really cool measurement where you can measure back to station alignment or a center line. How do I add that data set so that I can do that sort of measurement?
Yeah, so station alignment or center lines, as you call them, are, they're sometimes used in infrastructure or railways or pipeline type projects. So what we're looking at here is we have a mobile mapping of a highway here. So to add the station alignment, just to show you that we don't have any right now, the measurement here, there's no station data found. So to add this station data, we exit out of that and go into layers. At the bottom, we go to manage layers. And then we're going to be concentrating on two parts of this. So the first part is we need to upload a DXF file or shapefile that explains or that basically draws that alignment for visual purposes. You want to see where it is. So we're going to add a DXF in this case. I'm going to click Add New. And I can just upload the DXF directly. So Browse Files. And I pick my DXF file. Go open and submit. So this uploads here. So now we see it in the list. Just like importing any other DXF file, we'll just got to import it into the project. So I'm going to call this station line. You might have, unique names for these. So just make sure you call it appropriately. Select the projection that it's in. In my case, I have a local projection. And hit import. There we go, it's imported. And so the second thing we need to do is upload what is called a land XML file that describes that center line. And land XMLs can be exported. Usually, I think most of the time they're exported out of MicroStation, but I know there's a few programs that work with them. So to do that, you have to access the stationing file tab under the layer manager. And again, they have to be in the same coordinate system as your project. And you simply just browse for it, the XML file, open. And one key thing to make sure, this can be confusing sometimes, make sure the coordinates of your land XML file match the coordinates here, the order of the coordinates. So in my case, I know my coordinates of my land XML are northing, easting elevation, but in some cases you might have them backwards. So just make sure you select the correct one. And you just click upload, and then it'll appear in this list. So you can have land XMLs that have multiple alignments in a single file, or you could have separate files for each one. It doesn't matter. You can have as many land XML files as you need. So once we're happy, we just click the X to close this. And then on the left-hand side under layers now, you see that DXF that I uploaded called station line. So I can click that, and you can see that it pops in here. So this you can see the line work here and these incremental or interval of measurements or values, whatever these are, change along the center line. So, and if you don't like that color, you can always change it to change it to green or something if you'd like. And then back to measurements. So if we click on the station measurement tool now, you can see our stationing sample file. So if there were multiple alignments in here, you have to pick which alignment you want to measure to. So I only have the one. So I'm just going to pick that. And now you can just do measurements like I showed in that measurement video. So I can, click this little thing and you can see it pops over to the line, and I get my station change and the offset left to right. That's it.
Okay, well, that's pretty useful if you want to do station measurements, centerline measurements. That's how you get the data in. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
No problem.